Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge pendant called the Impressions Large. This is the 136753. I love this pendant for a lot of different reasons. I love the fact that the overall height of the fixture part, that's going to be the glass part on the bottom, before we get into the telescoping rods, is only 5.3 inches tall and 18.4 inches in diameter, but throws a ton of light. So it's a very low profile. It's good for people who are in a situation where they have a short ceiling. So to me, this is short ceiling friendly. Let's get into more on that. So when we talk about the overall height, now we're really talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself. And if you're familiar with Hubbardton Forge, they have a patent on this telescoping rod idea. So this is going to be a shorter, thinner, smaller rod telescoping into a bigger rod. Where the two come together is called a clutch, and there's a little set screw right here. So this is going to be able to go up and down during your installation, and you're going to get it to where you want it to be, and you're going to lock it into place with a little hex wrench, just like this guy comes with it. And once you get it into place, it'll just stay there because it'll be locked into place. You'll have 3 different adjustable ranges, and you'll be able to see those on the pull-down menu on the page for this on our website. So, and we talk about now, when we talk about overall ranges or heights, we're talking about from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself. So the short is going to be 29.1 to 36.5. Standard is 36 to 43.5. Long is 43.1 to 50.5. If you need this to be shorter than the short, so, and we know the short's 29 inches from the ceiling down to the bottom of the fixture. Let's say you want this to be 24 inches, we do, or longer than the long. So remember that too. We do custom lengths on these things every day. So what you would do is you'd drop me a quick email and it'd say, hey, I'm looking at the 136753. I need this to be overall height from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture of X, and that X could be 22, 18, 25. Depending on what number you give me, it may have an adjustable range rod going on. If it's really short, let's say you wanted this to be a semi-flush somehow, and you wanted to get this down to be like 14 inches overall height, that would be a fixed height. So just remember, we can do a lot of these things because Hubbardton Forge makes all this stuff in Vermont, and we make it. Everything's made to order anyway. It adds a little time, adds a little money, non-returnable, but we do it all the time. Okay, so I want to show you a lot more detail about all this setup, and how we're going to do that is we're going to look at the installations instructions PDF, and that's going to be on the page for this fixture. If you're on the page for it, look over on the right-hand side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. That link is going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. That is going to show you a lot of great information. It's going to show you how this whole rod setup works, and it's a full parts list too. Lots of good technical drawings are going to be there for you. It's going to show you how this is going to be using a 5-inch round canopy. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. This only weighs 16 pounds, so it can just hang from a regular box. You don't have to reinforce anything. It's also got a part at the top. So this is slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees, and right here is a it's a piece that makes it slope ceiling adaptable. So it's called a knuckle. So let's say your slope is like this, and it's going to go on like this, and it's going to be fine there all the way to flat ceiling to 45 degrees, and we have you covered on that. Okay. You're also going to notice on that information there that this is, oops, sorry about that. This is going to have a diffuser on the bottom, so it's going to have a frosted diffuser. This is glass, sandblasted glass, and it's going to be just set up inside. I don't believe there's a hole on that one. There's also going to be a diffuser available that's going to come with us automatically for the top of this, and the reason you would put that in is if you were looking down on this from an upper story, let's say a stairway or a balcony, it would keep you from looking at the bulbs. You don't necessarily have to use it. If you want to get the max light out of this and you don't have that going on, you want to get a lot of light up hitting your ceiling and bouncing around the room, you don't have to install the diffusers at the top. You could just put them in a closet, and you'd never be able to see them. All they do is they block the view from looking down. Something to think about. Okay, you're also going to notice in those drawings that this is going to be using 3 of these porcelain medium base sockets, so it's a really easy as far as the bulbs go. You can use up to 3 A19, and an A19 bulb is just the size of a regular incandescent we all grew up with. See, same thing. LED, incandescent. Another LED, different type, incandescent. You're up to 3 100-watt versions of incandescents, and that limits you because of the heat for each of those. Remember, there's 3. So you've got 3 of these to play with. If you want to go for LEDs, just put in whatever your heart desires that will literally fit inside of this. You might even want to play around and see if you could put it in A21, which is a bigger bulb. And you can get these anywhere, obviously, even at your drugstore or grocery store sells LEDs now. No limit to the LEDs. I find these A19s available up to 100 watt equivalent if I look around quite a bit. And remember, you can choose the color temperature of these. That's going to be really important. So I tend to like the warmth of this guy, incandescent bulb from my youth. That's going to be that warm white. That's 3000 Kelvin. Some people are looking for that white doctor's office light. It's also called daylight, and that's going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin. That's for that crowd. So remember, you can get these in all of those things. Also, these are easy to find in dimmable versions. So if you're going to be buying this, I strongly advise you to buy dimmable LEDs, put it on a dimmer setup for LEDs, and you should be good to go. The glass on this is going to be Hubbardton Forge's opal glass, which is a beautiful white glass. I'm going to get into that more in just a little bit. Let's see if there's anything else I need to talk about. I think that's really about it. Circling back to the LEDs again, like I said before, you can choose the color temperatures on these, and the really important thing is to zero in on those numbers. So if you want the warmth of this light coming down on me, and this is going to be coming from, these are LEDs that are 3000 Kelvin, that's considered a warm white. Make sure you look at those numbers, 3000 Kelvin, warm white. White light or daylight is going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin, and you guys are going to be good to go. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these 2 pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen. Take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together, and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to. Okay. And also the boxes and clearance stuff, clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.